Hi everyone, it's Don once again with another construction update for you. This is update number 141. This past week, the VHA hosted their annual event that used to be called an evening with the developer. Unfortunately, the developer didn't show up. They had to do a taped interview. And despite Peter Russell's best attempts to get any information out of him about what's coming, Mark Morris wouldn't fess up. He gave him many opportunities, but he passed. No big deal, because you got me. I'm going to show you what's going on here. This week, one of the things that we're going to see is that WellPoint, the new village just south of Monarch Grove, has started construction. I'll show you that first up, as well as a bunch of other work that's going on here in the villages. I hope you enjoy the update, so let's get started. First up is the village of WellPoint. WellPoint is located just south of Monarch Grove. People have been waiting for work to start in this village for quite a while now. It's been stagnant for the last couple of months. McNeil Drive runs along the south edge of the village of WellPoint. As we rotate around, we get a look at the first homes being built here. These are veranda homes. In the past, courtyard villas were normally the first homes to be built. They're still doing that, but they're now mixing in veranda homes. These homes are very popular because of their fenced-in yards for people with pets and who want their privacy. As we spin around to our left, we get a quick look at the completed sections of Marsh Bend Trail, which have recently been expanded to 4 lanes all the way down to the traffic circle at McNeil Drive. Heading south, we're now flying over the village of Oak Hollow. This village has a major section of the Woodlands Championship course running through the middle of it. Heading to the northeast now, we're going to be flying over the postal station and recreation area for the village of WellPoint. It's still under construction, but will be ready when the homes are ready for sale in the village of WellPoint. Of course, the big question is, when will homes be ready for sale? About 2 more months. Also, in about 2 months, maybe a couple of weeks earlier, they'll be opening McNeil Drive for general traffic. As we continue to fly back now to the west, we'll pass over another section of homes. This section of homes is going to be patio villas. That's easy to tell by their small footprint and no walls. We'll fly back now and take another look at these veranda homes under construction. The timelines I've put out, about 2 months and a little bit before that, are based on the average time it takes to build homes here and the fact that they're not going to open up McNeil Drive until they're ready to sell homes in this area. This will keep much of the unnecessary traffic out of the area while the workers do their job. Some may not understand that a veranda home is really just a designer home, but without the ability to make custom changes, and it has a fenced-in yard. For example, a Hillsdale and a Dove are the same exact floor plan. Let's take a quick non-profit moment and talk about 2 really good charities. First up is Hope Service Dogs. They breed, raise, and train service dogs, therapy dogs, and companion dogs for those in need. Doing this takes a lot of time, effort, energy, and money. You can help them by going to hopeservicedogs.org and making a donation to their efforts. Next up, on May 18th, the Warrior Wheels Festival is coming to the Polo Grounds. Soldier Grill Coffee and Warrior Wheels are raising money to donate a vehicle to a veteran in need. So please come out. There'll be lots of entertainment and vendors. I hope to see you there. Let's take a quick trip now down to Central Parkway, where the Bel Air Executive Golf Course is being built. But first, we'll take a look at Fire Station 48 that's being built. The station is making great progress, and I'm sure the firefighters will be very happy when they're able to move out of the trailer and the tent and into their new facility. As I pull back and turn around, we'll get a good look at the Bel Air Executive Course. As you can see, they've started sodding it. They've got some of the traps already sanded. The cart paths are in. It's not an unreasonable assumption that this golf course will be opening up sometime this fall. This golf course is bordered on the west by Fire Station 48, to the north by the village of Lakeview, which is under construction, to the east is the new driving range for Eastport, and to the south is Central Parkway, and just beyond that is the village of Water's Edge. With all the water hazards on the Bel Air Executive Course, having a village of Lakeview and Water's Edge on both sides seems very appropriate. Now they just need a village of I lost my ball again. The buildings you see at the top of the screen are the golf course maintenance facility. So for the first of many times in this video, I'm going to say I was wrong in a previous video. I had assumed and stated that Water's Edge would open up and start selling before they started WellPoint. Obviously I'm wrong. They're now focusing on WellPoint and will move their way south. Country Village Power Equipment and Golf Carts is the place for all your Yamaha golf car needs. Family owned and operated for over 20 years in the city of Webster, carrying the full line of both gas and electric Yamaha golf cars, Country Village will build one to your specification, including the latest in lithium batteries. Country Village has a large selection of parts for both gas and electric golf cars, and unlike some other dealers, sells directly to the consumer. Service for your new and current golf car is available at your home or in-store. Each new golf car includes an unmatched 6-year warranty. For the best value in golf car ownership, come to Country Village Power Equipment and Golf Cars. Let's jump to the southwest just a little bit to Middleton and look at what's happening there. Middleton is another commercial area. Here we can see the FMK restaurant Victory Family Sports Grill, and as we cross the main road, we come to the Four Rivers Smokehouse. Okay, here we go again. Once again, in a previous couple of videos, I was wrong. This yellow area, I said, was the Middleton Hotel. That is incorrect. It's a commercial building, but as we rotate to the right, this lot on the corner is where the hotel is going. This is one of 3 large parking lots in Middleton. Up ahead, on the other side of the road, is where the grocery store is going. Still no official word yet on what it's going to be. The north end of this building I'm flying over is scheduled for a large tenant, a big office building if you will. Another large multi-tenant retail building is scheduled to go along the right side of Middleton Drive. We'll rotate around and we get another look at the big boulevard in the middle of Middleton Drive as we continue to fly over the buildings for safety reasons. While the Middleton downtown area isn't set up to be like the other town squares in the villages, it does have this large pavilion where they may be on occasion hosting entertainment events. Coming up on the right is more retail buildings, and up ahead on the left is the boathouse, which is scheduled to be a restaurant. Here we can see yet another large parking lot for Middleton. In the May 6th edition of the Daily Sun, there was a big write-up about Citizens First Bank opening up here in Middleton. Apparently this will be the first commercial establishment to open up in Middleton. But they also, at the end of the article, gave a lot of insight on what's coming. They mentioned Four Rivers and Victory Family Sports Grill. They didn't mention Middleton 24, but it's also coming. And at the last paragraph it said other businesses on the horizon include a grocery store, hotel, pharmacy, gas station/convenience store, hair salon, coffee shop, ice cream shop, family gastropub, Italian restaurant, pizzeria, sub shop, sushi restaurant, and a breakfast lunch restaurant. That's a lot of restaurants. And supporting this, I found this map on a Middleton Facebook site, which shows a lot of the leasing that's going to be happening in Middleton in the retail areas. The orange areas are leasable retail space. The red areas are leasable restaurant space. The yellow area is patio area, and I'm not sure what the gray is, but you can also see some of the buildings are labeled. So there's definitely a lot of activity happening in Middleton, but now let's go up to Eastport and look at the sections that are under construction there. I'll start off now up on the north side of Eastport. The big white area is the sand courts for beach volleyball and beach tennis and whatever other games they're going to have there. We'll continue to fly out, and we'll rotate to our left, and we'll get a look at the Olympia Recreation Center. It is progressing quickly, but it's still a very big building. Just beyond it is Building 12, which is the new sales office for the Villages. The oddly shaped parking lot is for parking the trucks and trailers for the dragon boats as well as cars. And we're coming up on Sunset Island. The west end of Sunset Island appears now to be just about done. They've done a lot of landscaping and put in some sidewalks on that. It looks very pleasant. And on the left is of course where the seating is going to be, so you can watch the band on the other side of Sunset Lake. Off in the back is where the hotel is going in for Eastport. Not a lot of progress yet. They're still working on the parking lots and laying out the foundation area. We'll get another look at the hotel from the other side in just a minute. Coming into view is more of the retail buildings being built, and off in the background is the new Villages Health facility. They recently drained down part of Central Lake, and apparently it was to work on this area here in the corner. Looks like some sort of meet and greet area, I'm not sure. We'll find out soon enough though, I'm sure. Here's another look at Building 12. And of course the Olympia Recreation Center. I'll fly back towards the Farragut ball fields and the sand courts before we shift over to the southern part of Eastport and look at what's going on there.
Let's be honest, Florida retirees love their grandkids, but they don't want to give up their beautiful bonus room all year round. With a top quality Murphy bed from Murphy Bed & Office, now they can have their cake and eat it too. Our Murphy beds pull down in seconds and retract the same easy way. Murphy Bed & Office, best quality, best service, best warranty, made in the USA.
The Villages Health facility seen here is designed to service 10,000 people. As we go up a little higher, we see the berm, and beyond it is the driving range for Eastport. They've landscaped this whole berm, so it looks really nice. I had made a comment previously that it looked like the sprinklers were laid in crooked, but here it was just part of the landscaping routine. They've started watering the driving range heavily, so I'm sure by the next time I shoot video here, this will be a whole big green field of grass. Here's the site of the Eastport Hotel from the opposite side. As you can see, the parking lots are getting laid out, the roadways, still got a ways to go on the building. And here's those retail buildings we saw previously. Again, lots of things under construction here in Eastport. Once again, folks, I'll remind you that this is a construction site. Please stay out of it. It's not safe. Spare yourself the misery of getting hurt and just stay out. And it's also a third-degree felony in the state of Florida to be trespassing on a construction site. Here's another look at the Villages Health facility. It'll be one of the first businesses to open up. And the building under construction with the big crane is a golf cart store. And looking at the plans, it looks like in the back they're also going to have fuel pumps, which are definitely going to be needed in this area. And this building they're just doing the foundations on is another Citizens First Bank. I'll move just a little bit to the east now, and we'll look at the new area of Central Parkway that's scheduled to be opened up on May 15th. I'm heading north from County Road 470, and this area is where the new hospital ultimately is expected to be built. Still no word yet on what's going on and when it's going to happen, but it's still in the works. So this is a temporary road in the Lake County section of this area that's being built. It's completed now, and it continues on to the west, where it ultimately meets up with McNeil Drive and the traffic circle there. This road crossing the temporary road goes out to the Gibson Water Treatment Plant. This is where some of the wells are and the storage facility for potable water. You can see it way off in the distance here. This road runs parallel to the Sumter-Lake County line, with Sumter County being on the left and Lake County being on the right. At the top of the screen coming into view is the Central Parkway McNeil Road traffic circle. We'll take and rotate back around, take a second look at this, and it looks like they're building a second temporary road shooting off to the left. I don't know what this is about, I'm still looking it up, but it does seem a little bit strange. This is looking east with Central Parkway on our right and McNeil Road crossing, and you can see the temporary road curving off to the left. You might be wondering why they're doing this now, and it's so that they can get rid of 470 in its old route and clear the land in preparation for the villages that are going to be on the south side of County Road 470. We'll fly back along Central Parkway and you can get a look at the full route. It's a very nice looking road, and it's part of the county road agreement where the county doesn't have to pay for this road for another 5 years. They're still a very long way off from building homes in this area of the villages. Here's another quick peek at Eastport. Here we can see more of the huge retention ponds that they're continuing to build in this area of the villages. We'll rotate around and we'll fly back to the east and we'll follow along Central Parkway. Eventually, McNeil Road will connect all the way from Marsh Bend Trail all the way down to County Road 470, making it the shortest route to get to the turnpike. Just cross over the Southern Oaks Bridge and head south. No traffic lights, no stop signs, no vehicles entering and exiting, just a couple of quick traffic circles. Black Dog Garage Floors, the best flooring choice for your garage. 3/8 inch thick copolymer interlocking textured tiles made in the USA gives your garage that custom look everyone will love, and all for about the same price or less as those pretty paint jobs. Available in a variety of colors and installs in hours, not days. This tough, easy to clean flooring system is resistant to most solvents, battery acid, gas, oil, and moisture, and even if it does get damaged, it's easily repairable by simply replacing a tile. Black Dog Garage Floors. It's not just another pretty paint job. Sliding to the east just a little way brings us into the Enclave. The Enclave is a secluded portion of the village of Dabney with larger lots designed for premier homes. This is the first premier home community in about 6 years since the area over on Conservation Trail in the Fruitland Park section of the villages. Currently, there are about 30 home sites left to be sold, or about 1/4 of the community. These lots range anywhere from $40,000 to $70,000. This portion of Dabney is quiet and secluded, but it doesn't have its own swimming pool as many thought it should. But if you look at the homes in this video segment, you'll see that many of them already have their own private pools. I had the opportunity during construction to look in on some of these homes, and they are very nice. The homes in the Enclave are averaging just over $1 million in cost. That sounds like a lot of money, and it truly is. But in today's housing market, it's not so far out of reach as it used to be, and it's actually become quite common. The property surrounding the Enclave is owned primarily by the city of Leesburg and is a conservation area, so the chances of further development around the outside of the Enclave and along the road that leads up to it is pretty minimal. Looking at some of the completed lots in the Enclave, it's obvious that there is some problems with the sod, but because these problems seem to be localized to specific lots and specific areas, I don't believe it's a problem with the sod. I believe that the homeowners still need to get used to their irrigation system and how to maintain a Florida lawn. I've been asked several times now if I think that they're going to be building spec homes in the lots that are open. I don't think so. This is a very specific property that is designed for a specific homeowner who's looking to build a premier home. And right now, on the other side of the turnpike where all the other work is going on, there are no home sites that I've seen on any of the plots or plans that would be suitable for premier homes because they're too small. So I think they're going to continue to sell these slowly. Again, it's a select market that's looking for a lot here. Here's a close-up look of the postal station for this small community of 121 homes. Let's quickly move to the northwest, just south of Brownwood, where the next phase of the Village of Richmond is being built. As I head north towards Brownwood, we get to fly over another one of the many sections of wetlands areas that are being preserved in this community. Rotating around, we see the north end of the Village of Richmond. This golf cart path on the east side of Megason Road is the only golf cart entrance into this section of the community. There are only two subdivisions going in this part of the community. The first is this courtyard villa community. Why they waited so long to develop this section of land is still beyond me, but it will be in very high demand because of its location near Brownwood. As we move a little farther south, we start flying over the designer home section of the community. Altogether, there's going to be about 150 homes in this area. They've paved the walking trail that extends from the Okahumpka Recreation Area north. Now, how and where the path will continue on along Megason Road is still uncertain, and where it will intersect with this community is also uncertain. Will it continue all the way up to the entrance, or will it come in on the side between some houses? I don't know, and I haven't seen it on any plans yet. Of course, the big question with this area of Richmond is when are the homes going to be available and when are lots going to be available? I don't know exactly, but I would say that homes will start being available sometime in mid to late summer. That's my best guess at this point. Back to the southeast just a little bit, and we're going to look at the Laurel Oak and Live Oak executive and pitch and putt courses, as well as the village of Edenfield. They've started putting in the sign for the village of Edenfield along McNeil Drive. This is the Laurel Oak 9. This is an executive course. That's the Southern Oaks Bridge up in the upper right, and as we fly around we see it starting to grow in and green up. This, just like the other courses, I believe are going to open sometime either late summer or early fall, just to give it enough time to really get greened up and stable before it starts taking the heavy pounding that will occur with the high season here in the villages when many of our seasonal residents come back. Beyond this large grove of trees is the Live Oak pitch and putt course, and to its left is the Saint-Tropez Recreation Center that's being built. This will be a village recreation center, one of the mid-sized ones, not the big regional recreation center, and will have many amenities. Now let's turn around and take a flyover of the village of Edenfield.
Hi, I'm Jeff Monash with Village Air Filters. Are you tired of wasting money on throwaway paper air filters? I can save you money with my lifetime permanent washable air filters. Just buy it once and never buy another air filter again. Rinse it out and then just slide it right back in. My filters are custom made in the US and they have a lifetime warranty. Give me a call at 352-388 1230 or visit my website at villageairfilters.com.
So not a lot really happening in Edenfield yet. On the other side of Bexley Trail, we can see the village of Green Grove Hills and the work that started over there. Also started in this area is work on the Meadows Golf Course. This is the 27-hole championship course that's being built. And they're putting in, of course, large retention ponds like they have been doing all over this area in the southern part of the villages. Now for some really exciting news. In Magnolia Plaza, they've started clearing the land on the new CVS drugstore that's going to be built there. When I first saw this work starting a couple of days ago, I figured they were just cutting the grass because it was getting long. But then I saw the outhouses and the silt fence, and I knew work was starting. To give you an idea of where it's at, coming up just ahead is the Everglades Recreation Center. And I'll rotate around to the left, you'll see the 7-Eleven there. This is the same 7-Eleven that wouldn't take a $2 bill for a giant big gulp Dr. Pepper. I don't know why. And of course, we have Magnolia Plaza. This is definitely a store needed in this area. Now let's head back up to the 466A area where Home Depot and Target are being built. So the big news with Home Depot is the end of the month, the end of May, Home Depot will be opening. One of the big questions is, will it be golf cart accessible? And I can tell you for certain, it will not be golf cart accessible. Who's going to pay for it? The residents? Probably not. The city of Wildwood? I doubt it. The developer? Most certainly not. They're going to protect their merchants, and one of those prize merchants would be Walgreens. Why would they open up golf cart accessibility to CVS right across the street? They won't. The garden center shelves are already being stocked. As I rotate around, you'll see one of the three entrances. This one comes off of 466A. There's CVS, and I'll zoom in, and you can see the work that's really going on with the new Wawa that will be built on that corner. As is quite typical, there's a Walgreens and CVS directly across the street from each other. And the Gold Dome building here is where the public library and county offices are, if you're still confused on where this area is located. Our last area that we're going to look at in this video is where Target and Outback Steak are being built. As you can see, still not a lot of progress on Target. Now, once again, I was mistaken. I'll show you as we rotate around this building that's being built. This is not Outback Steak. The building that's being built is a 3 or 4 cell commercial building, and the cleared lot to its left is where Outback Steak is going. My mistake. I apologize for the misinformation, but hopefully this clears it up. Well, that wraps up this video. I hope you've enjoyed it as much as I've enjoyed making it for you. My goal is to bring you good factual information. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel, and please don't forget to support my sponsors as they help me in providing you with these videos and all the information that you get. As always, please try to enjoy life to its fullest, as it is much too short to dwell on the negative. I'm Don Wiley. Have a great day.